Hi everyone, I hope you're having a really cool week. I'm just touching base to give you a bit of an overview about some strategies for mediation, and hopefully this will help you. Mediation in family law can be complicated because, well, in any family law matter, people have got their feelings still mixed in at the same time as having to make really important decisions. So sometimes that will really interfere with making those important decisions. Often people will want to have a support person at a mediation. In my experience, this is pretty rare, and it's sometimes not even allowed. Actually, when I used to do a lot of legal aid mediations, we weren't even allowed to have another solicitor in the room. So confidentiality is really imperative. Very strict confidentiality is important, because this is a chance for parties to actually work really hard to come to a resolution out of court. But what goes on in mediation is completely confidential and it can't be brought up later. The only thing you can really bring up is what the outcome of that was, whether an agreement was reached or not. That's it. So that's why it's so important. The other reason is having someone there could be triggering for the other party if the relationship between those people has broken down. So that's an important consideration as well. Something I want to discuss is strategy for mediation. Preparation. In my video yesterday, I talked a bit about that. So preparation is absolutely key. You need to be prepared and receive legal advice 100% to get some strategy, to get some idea around what your parameters are, what your limits are. In terms of a property mediation, something I want you to think about is your limits should be what the absolute worst outcome could be if you were kicking and screaming, being dragged along the court floor after a judge made a decision. You need to be thinking about that as your end limit, and then obviously the best case scenario, if it's property, you would definitely need some legal advice, because the lawyers will be able to figure out, based on your individual set of circumstances, how the case law and the law applies, the legislation to your matter, and how and what range you should be aiming at, and what the bullseye target is. So you really want to be in that bullseye target to, when you're negotiating, get into that range, and then you need to get quite serious when you're into that range. Okay, how do we get closer to our goal? So there's some tips. I hope that's helpful. Definitely go and get some legal advice. It's so important at this that you do it, because you could be saving yourself and the other party a lot of money. And at the end of the day, if you're at mediation and it's a mediation with lawyers and a mediator involved, it's going to be costing both of you money, and what you've got to realize is that money is going to come out of the property pool. So definitely get legal advice and do your best to mediate and get a good outcome, because it could save you a lot of money, stress and time in the future. Okay, hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk soon.